is also in this clip. If you saw the last clip where they had DiJonae Carrington, they was all at the hotel, and she was letting DiJonae know, yeah, Caitlyn make them different. I don't care what you talking about. I don't care what these fans talking about. Caitlyn is different. She's a GOAT. She's just on another level, and she makes them different. Let's listen to what Courtney Williams of the Minnesota Lynx had to say about Caitlin Clark's greatness today.
Was cooking.
Minnesota Lynx guard Courtney Williams publicly praised Caitlin Clark's recent performance against the New York Liberty, pushing back against critics who downplay Clark's impact on the league. Williams reportedly made the comments during a live stream, referencing an earlier moment where she predicted Clark would elevate her teammates' play before a game against Dallas, only to be met with skepticism from viewers in the chat.
Today.
Serena was cooking, but Caitlyn was cooking, bro. Go look at her stat line, bro. Now, when I was in the chat and I said Caitlyn make them girls different, y'all was in the chat talking about
8 rebounds, 9 assists, 32 points. Almost
I said, bro. I said, who was in the chat when I said that? And then and they was in the chat hating. I literally said, I
like that. Call out the haters, C-Dub. Call out these haters. They've been hating on CC from the door.
After Clark posted a strong stat line in that game, Williams pointed back to her original prediction, saying viewers who doubted her should reconsider. Williams, along with teammate Natisha Hiedeman, has previously been seen making similar comments in the presence of opposing player DiJonae Carrington, telling her directly that Clark operates on a different level and elevates the level of play around her, regardless of outside criticism.
CC from the door, let's just keep it real. They've been hating on Caitlin Clark since before she played her first game. And it's only a few of y'all that are confident and enough with yourself and don't have so much insecurities that it don't block you from saying the truth about what you see about the greatness that Caitlin Clark is bringing to this league. All out the haters.
I literally said, I said.
Williams argued that only a small number of WNBA players are willing to openly credit Clark's impact, suggesting that jealousy or insecurity keeps others from doing so. The praise followed a standout outing from Clark against the Liberty, where she posted 32 points, 9 assists, and 8 rebounds.
All out the haters.
I literally said, I think they was playing Dallas or something, and I was like,
DB didn't play.
Oh no, actually that's when DiJonae was on here, because I was like, we was talking about the game, and I basically was like, well, the other team might have a chance because Caitlyn ain't playing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then everybody in the chat was like, and I was like, bro, what is y'all talking about? That girl make that team different. And everybody was in the chat hating, and I said, all right, bro. And now look, what I say.
Yeah.
Williams noted that Clark appeared to fatigue significantly by the second half, yet still delivered a dominant performance, calling it evidence of her exceptional conditioning and skill under pressure. Williams framed Clark's ability to hold viewers' attention throughout a broadcast as a rare and singular trait in the league, comparing the moment to historic star turns in other major sports.
Yeah, that's a fact. She's not lying, y'all. She's not lying. She called it out from the door while DiJonae Carrington was there when she said, yo, Caitlyn is different, man. She's on another level. All the haters as fans and the player haters, which are the WNBA players who be hating and acting jealous of Caitlin Clark. It's ridiculous. I'm glad that we got somebody real enough to step to the forefront.
She pushed back on comparisons some fans have tried to draw between Clark and players like Angel Reese, Paige Buchers, or Juju Watkins, arguing those comparisons put unfair pressure on those athletes who never asked to be measured against Clark's audience-drawing power. Williams said the distinction isn't about who is the more skilled player, but about which players can single-handedly command mainstream attention and drive viewership, something she credits uniquely to Clark.
Ridiculous. I'm glad that we got somebody real enough to step to the forefront. It took long enough. It took long enough for somebody to step to the forefront and say, yeah, she's different. There's no need to be hating on her. And to be willing to say it in front of DiJonae Carrington, and we know the salt that DiJonai Carrington got in her mouth from Caitlin Clark. She just so salty. Nalissa Smith, salty. So I love the fact that Courtney Williams called this.
Williams concluded by saying she appreciates players willing to publicly acknowledge Clark's impact on the league, arguing that recognition of this kind is too rare among her peers. Caitlin Clark recently set a new 1BA milestone, becoming the fastest player in the league's 30-year history to reach 600 career assists, accomplishing the feat in just 72 games.
Salty. So I love the fact that Courtney Williams called this out, especially, let's be real here. Can we be real for a second? How could you not call it out after that monster performance? How could you not say this after that type of game that Caitlin just had? Bro, she just had 32, 9, and 8, and she ran out of gas, bro. Caitlin Clark literally ran out of gas. From the halfway point of the third quarter going on, Caitlin Clark was on empty. She was on.
Despite the achievement, head coach Stephanie White notably did not offer any direct congratulations to Clark during the post-game locker room moment, a pattern that has drawn criticism from fans and observers who feel this keeps happening regardless of the significance of the record. In the clip in question, White addresses the team after a win, praising the group's overall effort, specifically a strong defensive stretch to close the third quarter and open the fourth, limiting opponent free throws, and holding opposing offensive rebounds to single digits as planned.
Going on, Caitlin Clark was on empty. She was on fumes. She did that on an empty tank, y'all. She did that on an empty tank. What are we really talking about? There's nobody else in this league. Yes, other players can go for 30. Yes, that's true. But can other players keep the audience glued to the television? I didn't even want to go to the bathroom during commercial because I was scared I was going to miss something.
When she highlights the balanced scoring with 6 players reaching double figures and credits the team's collective toughness and energy across a 3-game road trip. When White does turn her attention to Clark directly, the moment is brief. She simply says, "Welcome back," referencing Clark's return to the lineup after being rested the day after playing limited minutes.
Like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit the bell notification, and hype the video. That would be greatly appreciated. Let's get into things here. So, Caitlin Clark broke a WNBA record. She was the fastest player in WNBA history to get to 600 assists. She did it in just 72 games. And
Clark's response captures her frustration. She points out she had played only 2 days prior, questions why a limited return warrants nothing more than a passing greeting, and notes that no mention was made of the record she'd just broken, becoming the fastest player ever to reach 600 assists. This is being compared to how the coaching staff previously reacted when another player, Kelsey Mitchell, broke a scoring record, with observers noting a difference in how enthusiastically that achievement was acknowledged compared to Clark's.
Stephanie White didn't care. She didn't want to congratulate her. She just for whatever reason, this lady is like allergic to congratulating Caitlin Clark. But you better believe it. If Kelsey Mitchell would have broke a record or something like that, she 1000% would have congratulated her. I know it. You know it. We all know it. Now let's take a look at Stephanie White.
Critics argue the pattern feels less like oversight and more like a deliberate choice. Separately, a Yahoo Sports report detailed a tense sequence from a recent Fever Aces matchup.
Just tell Caitlin Clark, welcome back. Welcome back. I just broke a WNBA record. 600 assists, 72 games. Nobody ever did it, including you. What you mean? Go ahead. Go ahead, Stephanie White. Take it away.
With time winding down in the second quarter, Clark contested a shot from Las Vegas guard Chelsea Gray, resulting in contact between the two players. Clark went down on the play, prompting officials to review the sequence for a potential hostile act after the whistle.
Yo, great win. Our effort after we withstood that first run to start the third, it was 11-2. All right, and then the last 2 minutes of the third and the first 2 minutes of the fourth, we went on our own 16-2 run. They only shot 6 free throws in the second half. At the end of the third, they had 9 offensive rebounds. What did we say we wanted to hold them to? Single digits. They ended with 9.
Aces head coach Becky Hammon appeared confused by the review and voiced her disagreement with officials, but the play was assessed regardless. Clark remained on the ground briefly, raising some concern among fans, but got up and was ultimately assessed a common foul, a call she immediately disputed, stating it shouldn't have been called a foul at all.
They ended with 9.
Look at Caitlin Clark. Get this minutes restriction off me. Get the minutes restriction off me, guys. That's what Caitlin Clark is thinking. Now let's get to when she actually brings up Caitlin Clark, and she's going to refuse to give her credit and congratulate her on breaking a record.
6 players in double figures. Carry ball. See, welcome back, baby.
That's all I get, huh? A welcome back.
White stepped in to de-escalate the situation and guided Clark toward the bench, given that Clark already had 5 technical fouls on the season and the team wanted to avoid risking a suspension. Clark's overall health has remained a talking point following a back injury sustained in late June that caused her to miss multiple games.
That's all I get, huh? A welcome back. Welcome back? I played 2 days ago. Y'all set me out the day after you played me 15 minutes. What do you mean, a welcome back? Because I got to play 9 more minutes today? How about congratulations on breaking a record, 600 assists in 72 games, being the fastest player in the history to do it? No? Won't mention that, huh? Okay, let's see.
Collective effort. See, welcome back, baby.
White addressed concerns about fatigue and injury risk during a recent media availability, explaining that players returning from injury often deal with reduced endurance, and that a cautious approach, including a 25-minute restriction for Clark, was intended to protect her long-term. She noted the contact with Gray ultimately didn't result in further injury, and the team was able to continue play without additional setbacks.
Welcome back, baby. Collective effort. Our energy, our toughness, our ability to withstand runs, big shots so in that. Hey, but most important thing, y'all, 3 wins out on a road trip. Hey, it's a collective effort every night. A collective effort every night. When we play as connected as we did on both ends of the floor, nobody can stop us. Together.
Still, for many fans, the underlying frustration remains centered on the repeated lack of public acknowledgement for Clark's achievements, including a previous instance where Clark and teammate Aaliyah Boston became the first duo in league history to each record a 32-point double-double in the same game, another milestone that reportedly went unacknowledged by the coaching staff.
Now, do y'all remember when Kelsey Mitchell broke her record? Y'all remember when Kelsey Mitchell broke her record? The Stephanie White, oh, Kelsey Mitchell! None of that for Caitlin. None of that. Insane. I don't even think, I don't think you can be this, not smart. I think this is being done on purpose. I think it's.
With this latest assist record now added to that list, many are questioning why recognition continues to be withheld.